I was 10 years old in 1960. Oftentimes, instead of riding the school bus home, I would walk over to my grandfather's house. He'd tune in faraway places on his shortwave radio. And one day, we stumbled across a broadcast of Wimbledon.
Labour muffed the backhand return, point to Fraser.
I was kind of taken by the score and the game and quickly got interested in all the tradition.
Wimbledon also implies strawberries and cream.
Pretty soon it was like game, set, and match. I just fell in love with tennis. It was 1962 when I was doing the chores here, and all of a sudden I had this vision of this tennis court, a grass tennis court, right here in the cattle feedlot. That dream was fulfilled 40 years later when we built our own. It was 50 years after I first conceived the idea that we arrived to Wimbledon. It's a special place for all of us in the Keown family.
The Championships, fondly known as Wimbledon, is one of the world's oldest sporting events. Among its many unique qualities are its fans, who travel from far and wide to be part of the magic. These are the stories of their pursuits.
One of the traditions of Wimbledon is that it's our grass court. Even though you come here and you want to see great tennis, everybody's sort of one of their dreams is to actually look at our lawns. For people to get an inspiration from what we do is absolutely fantastic.
I thought he was crazy. We had a horse out there. There were cattle before. It just seemed, what, a tennis court?
You know, I grow corn and soybean. I did not study turf grass management. I'm a farmer, and that's what we do for a living. We grow things. There was a lot of preliminary work. There was trees that had to be removed. We brought in 16 truckloads of very sandy soil, 6 rows of drainage tile, 15 pop-up sprinklers. All of the family was very much a part of my passion, and they were part and parcel every step of the way. It was a kind of a best-kept secret till we sent out invitations to all the neighbors and all of our friends, and we opened it up for the first time in the fall of 2003. And that was just the humble beginnings of the All Iowa Lawn Tennis Club.
May I have your attention, please? We will shortly be opening the gates. In the interest of your own and others' safety.
We love what we do and we're very passionate about the lawns here at Wimbledon, and if we can help people create that mini Wimbledon somewhere else, then we'd love to be involved.
Well, we had a tournament in 2006, and then a pretty famous sports writer, John Wertheim, called and wanted to do a story for Wimbledon issue of Tennis Magazine. Everything changed. At that time, we started accepting reservations, didn't really know what to expect, but through the years, hundreds, if not thousands of people have come here. And of course, my interest in Wimbledon remained, and so I started sending letters to the head groundsman, asking for an internship at the All England Club.
Well, our first thought was, what would this look like? So we went online and actually looked at the court and see it in the middle of the farm, and it had all of the traditional British white picket fence around it, really sort of quaint and very much in the English garden theme. We then got involved. We managed to get Mark over, and he spent the season with the grounds crew during the championships of 2012.
I'll never forget it. The first time I laid my eyes on center court, and we opened up those doors, and there it was. It couldn't have been any more magnificent. It was amazing to see. I remember I kneeled down on one knee and looked at it and put my finger on it like that. Another one of those dream come true moments. The guys who were with me just got these big beaming smiles on their face, and they knew how much it meant to me. Alex was the son that picked up the game of tennis rather late. he became a very good tennis player. In 2015, we thought it'd be great to go over there. And so Alex and I spent a week at the championships together. I've never seen him more happy. We had so much fun. He had a list of things that he wrote down, of improvements that we wanted to make to the All Iowa after he'd been here. And one of them was to convert from bent grass to perennial ryegrass like we have here. It was just a thrill to experience Wimbledon with him. In 2016, I was blessed with the opportunity to serve as a court attendant. It was a dream come true for me. It was one of the highest points in my life. I've just been so blessed and so honored to actually work on center and walk on it. And I realize the history and the meaning and the significance, and it's just a true honor to be there. And all the time, Alex was here mowing the court. Alex was here taking care of it. He actually had the net up, and he'd played with some people here during that time. It was 4 days after we came back. We had a cookout, a barbecue here at the place, and I'll always remember he rolled down the window of the car and waved and said, "I'll see you tomorrow, Dad." And he flashed that beautiful smile. And that was the last time I saw him. Well, it was just guilt. Imagine coming from Wimbledon and having the highest moment of your life, and then 5 days later coming home and you're at the bottom of the lowest point in your life. It was just life-altering. We really didn't know the level of depression and the spot he was at. And I know it was one of the things that probably had a great impact in his suicide. In the grief and the mourning and the aimlessness, I said, well, Alex wanted to change this court from bent grass to ryegrass. I'm gonna do that. So I came out here, didn't tell Denise, didn't tell anyone, and I sprayed the court with Roundup. About 3 days later, it was all brown. So we did a complete renovation job, just like is done at Wimbledon. So we finally came up with this idea that why don't we host a tournament for boys and girls from Iowa versus Minnesota. Pretty soon we had the first ever Alex J. Kewen Invitational. Alex was a great community leader, and we want to continue that legacy that he left behind for his children and for all of us. Good morning and welcome to the Kewen Family Farm, the home of the All Iowa Lawn Tennis Club. We're really pleased to have you and your children here today. It's a very special day for us. This is our third Alex J. Kewen Memorial Invitational. We are playing today on the Alex J. Kewen Court of Dreams, and it's kind of a hallowed ground for us. It's a special place and it's a happy place, and that's the way we wanted to remember it today and always. And so that complete renovation process was part of our family's healing. And we were lost, devastated. And so it was the court and what we did in Alex's memory that brought it back. It's like the grass. It's a rebirth. Center court is the jewel in Wimbledon's crown. It's a special place. A lot of people dream about playing on center. I just wanted to recreate it. There's no place like Wimbledon. It's part of my family story now. It's a legacy that'll be passed on to the generations through our tennis court, passing that love for Wimbledon on.